Welcome back to my channel, everybody. Today we're going to open up this hanger box of 2023 Series 1. I had some people on my channel comment on my most recent video saying I should try a hanger box for maybe some good stuff in it, and so I am going to give it a shot. I haven't seen any hanger boxes in my Walmart until today, which might sound kind of strange for some of you because they've been sitting around in your area for a while, but in my town, the hanger boxes just showed up today with some other stuff. Panini Elite Extra Edition showed up today. Some NFL cards that I wasn't really as interested in. So we'll go ahead and see what Julio Rodriguez can bring us here for this Series 1. Hanger box, I think with tax, about $14. I'll go ahead and try to cut this thing as best I can to save the good stuff for the end. And I'll go pretty quickly because I know almost everyone is very familiar with this at this point. Merrill Kelly, isn't he on the World Baseball Classic team for Team USA? I believe he is. Tatis Jr. Be nice to see him back, assuming he is back in action and all is well and will be himself again. Tommy Edman. Brett Baty has a decent chance to make the roster for the Mets and maybe try to wrestle that third base starting job away from Eduardo Escobar. Corbin Burns, Josiah Gray, Dylan Cease got lit up by the Royals, I don't know, last week or maybe the week before. Granted, that's not how he's going to pitch the whole season, but still interesting to see. Feels like there's some debris or something on the back of that. I don't know if you can't really see anything, but I can feel it. Probably just the way the cards were cut. Anthony Santander. Paul Sewald. Santander's playing for, can't remember who, but Venezuela in the World Baseball Classic. They're off to a good start. Nolan Jones, he's no longer on the Cleveland Guardians. I believe he's on Colorado, picked up in the offseason. Vaughn Grissom, there's one of the more hyped rookies in this year's set. Mateo, if we flip and flop here. Evan Lee, left-handed pitcher for the Nationals. Iglesias, Michael Chavis, Michael Grove, back-to-back Michaels. Michael Trout, so 3 Michaels in a row. We'll cover up Merrill Kelly for Mike Trout. Alec Bohm for your Philadelphia Phillies, defending National League champions. Marte, Nolan Gorman, be interested to see how he does in his sophomore season. Had a lot of hype and did okay. Oscar Gonzalez had a pretty good year for the Guardians last year. We'll see if he is one of the guys in their main rotation in the outfield this year again. Stevenson, Martin Perez, pitched for World Baseball Classic the other day. Suzuki, Steven Matz, Nick Prado for the Royals. He may or may not make the opening day roster, not exactly sure. Pasquantino kind of took that job and ran with it a little bit last year, so Prado may not have that guaranteed of a spot. As we kind of flip through here, these team cards, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but it is what it is. You know, wins leaders, Teoscar Hernandez, Ronnie Garcia in the throwback jerseys. Nick Pivetta at Fenway Park. Devers, they're playing right now, the time I'm recording this, against Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico is actually ahead. We'll see how that game ends up in what could be like an elimination game, I think. I think this is an elimination game. Whoever loses is kind of out and doesn't advance to the next round out of the group stage. Josh Smith, putting all my rookies up there. Kiner Falefa, so they may try to put him in the outfield this year, or at least for a while. Winkowski, Seth Beer, Brubaker, Brandon Hughes, Acuna. Be nice to see him hopefully fully back and healthy. Blake Snell, and Lennon Sosa for the White Sox as our final kind of rookie card in this stack. As we kind of go through the inserts and then the extra ones, I didn't cut it. There's a nice Bobby Witt. I don't have this one yet. I purchased the Chrome version of this off of eBay, but my first Bobby Witt Jr. Nolan Arenado playing for Team USA, as is Bobby Witt Jr. Juan Soto, Riley Green. I'll be interested to see how he does in his sophomore season. Look for him to have a little bit more success than he did last year. Some of our inserts here. Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. Known now more for his commercials than by some than his playing days. Oh, there's a really nice one for me. George Brett, one of the greatest, if not the greatest, Kansas City Royal of all time. Welcome to the 20-20-20 club, it says. And that would be 20 doubles, 20 triples, and 20 home runs. You don't really see 20 triples anymore, but back in the 80s, or in this case, 1979, you can see 20 triples was a thing that people were able to accomplish. Even someone like George Brett, who wasn't a big like speed demon by any means, but he had some of those stadiums that were AstroTurf or artificial surface where if you hit it in the gap, the ball would roll for days. And 2020 season doesn't happen a lot. Became the second of 3 American League players with 20 doubles, triples, and 20 homers in a season. He joined Jim Bottomley of the 1928 St. Louis Cardinals as the lone 40 2020 men with 40 doubles, 20 triples, and 20 home runs. I did not realize that about George Brett. Very cool. And then as we finish it up here, the last few cards, Luis Garcia. Got ourselves a Syndergaard, Jack Suwinski, and a Jermaine Palacios to wrap it up. So a little bit of a bummer that we didn't get any parallels, any rainbow foils, any gold numbered cards, any foil board cards, or anything like that. No short prints, obviously. Those are much tougher to find this year. Just the stars of the MLB and then 2 base inserts. So overall, not the greatest hanger box out there, but it was still fun, and I got a Bobby Witt, a Mike Trout, and a George Brett for my trouble. So it wasn't all sad news as we went through there. So thank you so much for watching this one, guys. I'll catch you in the next video. Have a good one.